Magandang araw mga ka-EHome Radio. Today is another special day because together with us is a very special lady. She was in the field of finance for a very long time. While it gave her satisfaction, her longing for something more took her to seriously study Ikebana in Japan. She is the owner of Field of Faith. Mga ka-EHome, here is Miss Carissa Singson. Magandang araw po sa inyo, Ma'am Carissa.
Hi, good afternoon, Randy. Good afternoon to everyone.
Ma'am, mabuti po and ang isa sa mabuting balita ay malapit na daw ulit magbukas Field of Faith. Ano nga po ba itong Field of Faith at bakit nyo naisipan na magkaroon nito?
Okay. Field of Faith is a sanctuary, it's a prayer sanctuary that was first built 15 years ago. And at that time, my mother was sick. And this was property she inherited from her father. And she wanted to do something about it. And so naisip niya na gumawa ng isang prayer garden because she realized also that nature can be very healing. So we set up basically the rosary path, we have stations of the cross, and then we have prayer or wishing wall, we have the labyrinth. So these are all methods or paths towards deepening our faith. And also the garden, because it's a garden, you are in nature, it's very refreshing and it helps to keep you calm and centered amidst God's abundant blessings.
Of all the places, ma'am, ikinararangal namin mga taga Laguna na dito nyo siya itinayo sa Kalawan. Bakit nyo naisipan na sa Kalawan, Laguna siya ilagay?
Okay. Actually, my grandfather, is from the town, San Pablo, which is actually near Kalawan, but somehow he ended up purchasing land from Kalawan province at the foot of a mountain. So, taga Laguna ang aking grandfather, maternal grandfather. So, bali the father of my mom, who was Recluso.
Wow. And, ma'am, nabasa ko sa isang article na tinagurian ito, one of beautiful spots on earth. Bakit kaya sa tingin niyo na, yes ma'am, nabasa ko ito, bakit kaya sa tingin niyo na nakukonsider siya na one of beautiful spots on earth?
Thank you, but hindi naman siguro. Well, I think siguro masasabi mo maganda siya dahil we respected nature. We respected the natural contour of the land. We worked around the topography of the property. So, wala kaming, as much as possible, wala kaming pinutol ng mga puno, diba? All we needed to do was clear the path. And then yung mga structures namin is we worked around what was already there, which is actually beautiful to start with. So it was really it's that, no? I guess we did not force our structures to we did not change the topography. We didn't change anything. So we worked around that. So maybe that's why the beauty of the place is emphasized even more.
Isa sa mga paborito na lugar o parte ng Field of Faith, according sa mga nagpupunta dito, ay yung labyrinth design. Ma'am, what is it about? Ano pong meron dito?
Okay. The labyrinth has a very long history. Okay. Even in the Greek classic, Greek mythology, nandiyan na yung labyrinth. And then, it became more popular during the time of the early Christians because it signified the journey towards the Holy Land. And so people who were not able to make that journey instead made labyrinths on the floors of their churches. And so by doing the labyrinth, by walking the labyrinth, it is as if you are doing a pilgrimage to the Holy Land. But then aside from that, it has in contemporary times become significant because it's a form of meditation. It's it's a walking meditation. So kung mapapansin nyo, there's one way in and one way out. And then you follow a certain path. And so this also symbolizes the journey towards God and the journey towards your inner self. So it's got very spiritual, it's got both spiritual and psychological meanings attached to doing the labyrinth. And that's why I think walking the labyrinth, many people have experienced this over time, over a course of 15 years. And I have seen so much emotion, and so much tears of joy, tears of penance or remorse, tears of forgiveness, and of course you've got a lot of happy smiles as well, because it's archetypal, meaning malalim. It touches the unconscious, and that's why I think it's a powerful tool towards prayer and a powerful tool towards knowing yourself in a deeper. So that's the story of the
Another powerful part ng Field of Faith ay yung Rosary Path. What is it about naman, ma'am? Bakit nyo naisipan?
Actually, the Rosary Path is actually, we tried to depict the mysteries of the Rosary using sculptures, and they were sculpted by Mr. Magidejos from Paete.
Paete. Wow!
Yeah, using, from Paete. He's from Paete. Using trunks, wood, and they're like actually totem poles. So totem poles are also considered sacred, diba? In the American Indian culture, in the old Mexican culture. And so we adapted that and made the artwork, depicting, let's say, for example, the sorrowful mysteries on wood. And then other mysteries we also depicted it using different media. So we tried to be creative. We tried to how do you say this? Yeah, be more artistic and creative, and hopefully through the arts, one's faith is deepened. Because I believe that the arts and spirituality are highly related and are very connected. So I've always believed in that actually you touch on spirituality through creativity, through the art. So arts, creativity can take many forms, many forms.
Just like the Field of Faith. And ma'am, excited na, I'm sure, ang mga pupunta dito, ang mga nakikinig at nanonood ng EHome Radio ay excited na. Bukas na po ba? What are the future plans of Field of Faith na?
One of the plans is to open the place to not necessarily just religious activities, and that's why right now we are in the process of perhaps rebranding Field of Faith, and we might be changing the name a little bit, so it's all in the pipeline. And then prior to COVID, we also started doing some renovation and adding some features, and we wanted, well, my vision, because I have already accomplished my mother's vision for it, that was 15 years ago. So moving forward, being a good steward of what I have been blessed with, I'm now trying to work on my own vision for the place, which I feel will also be part of my legacy. And that is really to combine the spirituality aspect of the venue with the arts in, again, following our original vision to work around nature, to respect nature. So towards that end, we are opening the place, hopefully, God willing, towards different forms of the arts, maybe music festivals, art exhibits. We may have also plays and book launches, poetry reading, and the possibilities are endless. And of course, part of that will be the cuisine. So we will have farm to table dining, meaning, well, currently we're already doing that because a lot of the things that we serve actually come from our field. No,
Farm.
we come from the farm. We've got vegetables and fruits, so we try to make use of what we have. And of course, I always emphasize Laguna food, Laguna freshness. What we have, there's a dairy farm beside the faith. So we also make use of what we have there. So it's really a good time, and especially with what's been happening, to go and source local. And so farm to table, meaning straight from the gardens, straight from the field, you harvest, you cook, and then
you serve.
Yeah. So that's one thing. So it's really. Those are my dreams for the bed.
And for sure, yung pangarap na inyong gusto ay matutupad eventually, ma'am. Para sa mga gustong magpunta, ma'am.
To stay there.
Para sa mga gustong magpunta, ma'am, paano po ba pwedeng connect? Sino ba po ba yung pwedeng...
We have a Facebook page, Field of Faith Sanctuary. And of course, you may always contact our head person there, Nene Quintos.
Okay.
So, there. She's on Facebook too, but I'll give you her mobile number. It's 0919 378 1664. So that's Nene.
Nene Quintos. Okay.
Yeah, Nene Quintos. So, anytime
Quintos.
you may contact her if you wish to visit Field of Faith. We're in Barangay Lamot Dos in Calao.
Wow.
Ayan ang unang bahagi ng panayam ni Friendy kay Ma'am Carissa Singson. Itutuloy pa natin ang masayang kwentuhan pagkalipas lang ng ilang paalala. Kaya huwag aalis, tumutok lang sa EHome Radio.
Blue here! Red here! Pulido dapat!
Yes, sir!
Go, go, go! Matipid dahil maraming mapipinturahan. Red team! Go, go, go!
Yes, sir!
Colorful sa dami ng ready-to-use colors na pagpipilian.
Sir, may problema.
Madaling linisin yan. Semi-gloss, kaya madaling linisin. Bida ka sa Davies MCF Semi-Gloss. Basta pintura, hanapin ang tatak Davies.
Prime Steel Enterprises, anything in its place. Wire baskets, sanitary wares, furniture handles, and doorknobs. Quality, durability, and innovation.
Mga ka-EHome, trabaho ba ang hanap mo?
May sagot kami dyan. Paano?
Magpasa ng inyong updated resume sa aming email account at hrd2.ehome@gmail.com o kaya naman ay bumisita sa aming Facebook page at EHome Career.
O kaya naman, maaari rin bumisita sa EHome Improvement Center na matatagpuan sa National Highway, Barangay Pagsawitan, Santa Cruz, Laguna.
Tama! Kaya apply na!
Kaya ano pa inaantay ninyo?
Join our team
And be a part of EHome Improvement Center family.
Narito muli si Frandy upang ipagpatuloy ang kanilang masayang kwentuhan kasama si Ma'am Carissa Singson ng Field of Faith.
Kanina nyo pa rin po nababanggit, aside from spirituality, yung art, ma'am. Dahil kayo po pala isa ring Ikebana artist. Sa matter of tuturo din kayo nito. No, si Ma'am Doña Rocco, si Ma'am Edlin, si Ma'am Emily, ay naging mga students ninyo. What is it about, ma'am? Bakit naman po kayo napunta sa ganitong hilig?
You know, I was a banker for 20 years and probably, I wanted to develop the more artistic side of me. And Ikebana, which is the Japanese art of floral arrangement, is actually originally it started as an expression of the monks in the temple, Buddhist temples in Japan and China, and it was supposed to depict or symbolize how they saw their relationship with heaven and earth. And so it has a very fascinating concept, and I like the fact that you use minimum, materials, plants and flowers and branches and twigs to come up with beautiful arrangements. So that's why I think I got intrigued and I got into it. I've always liked it ever since I was in my teens. And so finally, after my banking career, I decided to pursue. And over time, I became accredited as by the Sogetsu School in Tokyo. Wow. And so now I can teach Ikebana anywhere in the world. Yeah, so it's a discipline. It's a kado. Kado means way. It's a way of the flower. So it's also, I guess, a reflection of how I see life. Life is to be lived. When there's discipline, when there's focus, when there's clarity, then there's so much that one can do. And there's so much, and harmony is actually very possible. So, but first you need the discipline. You need the rational, you need the clarity, you need the focus,
balance.
So, and then, harmony is very much possible. So, you're right, using the word balance. Balance is a good.
Yeah. Aside from being an Ikebana artist, you are also a theater artist, actress. You played the role of Hana in Palo, ma'am. Sino naman si Hana at ano ang matututunan ng mga Pinoy kay Hana?
Edlin had a starring role. I had a very tiny role. It was my first time to, try acting on stage. And thanks, of course, to Sonia, Rocco, and the rest of the cast and crew, that I'm an introvert, meaning I've always been a quiet person. But being on stage really challenged me to be more outgoing in a sense. So Hana was the epitome, or was a composite of the Filipina, of the Filipina. So important to her actually was love not only for family, but love for culture and country. So that was what her character represented. I had like a 3-minute role at the beginning, and at the end. So it's everything that happened between the beginning and the end, that was more important actually. So my role was really just to symbolize all the patriotism that we actually need more so these days. The patriotism.
Because of ma'am, because of your patriotism, meron din kayong binuo na damas na nagbibigay ng mga online seminars and trainings, ma'am. What is it about, ma'am?
Yeah, okay. Damas were a group of 7 women, and of course, Edlin and Sonia are part of that. It actually stands for Discover Approaches and Meaningful Activities for Soul Work, So what we do is we have not only webinars, but we also have workshops and courses, everything online, to help you deepen the knowledge of oneself, to help you know yourself better, because we believe that we have it's sometimes difficult, to be fully aware of who you are. But once you do get to the kernel of your own essence and of your truth, of who you are as an individual, as a person, then everything just flows, and it helps not only in relating to your own family or to your own community, but also, I guess, that's the first step. Then hopefully you also become a more a more productive citizen of the country. So it starts always with the self. So without repairing, without healing, without knowing the self, then it's very difficult to be an active and efficient, productive participant in your community and in your own country. So that's what we do. We try to spread the word on that.
Just like here in EHome Radio, ma'am, kami naman merong tagline na yan ang Pilipino. Sa Field of Faith, meron kayong rosary path, meron ding wish well. Na, ma'am, kung meron kayong wish and prayer para sa ating bansa, this is my last question. Ano po ito and bakit?
Actually, it's really loving your own country. And I think this is also one of the lessons of the pandemic. Everyone's going back to the basics. Everyone wants to live and return to the province. Everyone dreams of having his or her own garden, kahit maliit lang sa kanyang, or going back to farming. And as your tagline says, yan ang Pilipino. That's who we are. So maybe, that's my wish, that we all have that tipping point, when each one of us will do our own part, and then collectively we will have an avalanche of not only agriculture, but an avalanche of true goodness that will help propel the country towards progress. Progress defined not in terms of material things, but progress defined as a higher consciousness, of taking care not only of ourselves and each other, but taking care of our resources, taking care of our planet, of our earth. They're all interconnected. Everything is related. So if we are able to see that as Filipinos, then it's gonna be, I think, seamless. It's a big wish. But it's a big dream. But hey, diba? We can dreaming. We can all dream.
Of course. And nangyayari yan kasama ng ating panalangin at kasama ng ating mga ginagawa. Katulad po ng inyong ginagawa para sa Pilipinas. Yan ang Pilipino, si Miss Carissa Singson, talaga namang kahanga-hanga. At ma'am, para po masangaan pa kayo ng aming mga viewers at listeners, sabihin po natin ito at the count of 3. EHome Radio, yan ang Pilipino. 1, 2, 3.
Yan ang Pilipino!
Yan ang isang magiting na Pilipino. Mga ka-EHome, si Miss Carissa Singson. Maraming salamat po.